What is up, guys? Sawcasm here. Today, casting game on the Haunted Mines is a high-level Hero League match with quite a few pros involved, so I thought this would be quite an interesting game to cast. So let's take a look at the teams real quick. On the red side, we have Tassadar from Amy Gadalis, excuse me for butchering your name, Sylvanas from Synergy, Nubarak on K, Uther on Snackums, and Illidan from the game. So on the blue side, we have iDream playing Kalthas, Tyrael from Silol, Zeratul from Biceps, and Glarong playing Zagara, and Switchblade playing Brightwing. So we see on both teams kind of a heavy focus on their respective melee assassin. We do see the red team with a heavy Illidan composition with Tassadar and Uther for that Divine Shield plus Tassadar Shield combination. So they're going to be able to do a lot of diving and just basically focus all their damage around building up Illidan and making him so difficult to kill while dealing out massive damage later in the game. So we're going to start off with a very party lane, a push-heavy party lane down here at the bottom. Looks like Zeratul sneaking around. He looks like he might want to come for a gank, but instead he's going to retreat, and the Switchblade and Tyrael are going to be taking on this lane by themselves. This is a difficult position to be in because not only are they going to have a difficult time defending against this push 4v2, they are also at a disadvantage up at the top. So they are getting kind of the 2-for-1 in the downsides here. And it looks like Zeratul's coming in to help out his buddies who are getting the enemies low, and Synergy getting silenced. Perfect polymorph coming in right as Biceps goes in for the kill, and now Silo gonna be forced to retreat as he has taken a lot of damage by Game, who's following up with those dives and keeping him body blocked. That is a great tactic to use as Illidan, especially over here in the Haunted Mines where there is such close quarter engagements, but the Tyrael trait is actually going to take out Illidan and make him pay the ultimate price. So good job over there. And it looks like at the top lane we do have a little fight to push out the lanes for the pre-mines opening up, and Tassadar is just going to shield himself, try to push out this wave as safely and defensively as possible as iDream just auto-attacks these minions down. He doesn't want to waste any mana. And at the bottom lane, we might see another quick gank coming out from Biceps right before the mines come out. Looks like he is lurking in the area, looking to get a potential gank and a pick-off to give his team an early advantage going into those mines. Once again, Synergy getting very low, he's gonna get cleaved and not gonna be able to get taken out, but Biceps gonna follow up with the blink and be able to take him out. Silo once again taking the brunt of the damage. Very similar engagement to that we just saw. However, this time Illidan is going to be able to survive the Tyrael explosion. So going into the mines, both teams focusing these middle skulls over here as they are by far the most important, the highest valued skulls, except for of course the big golem. But there is a skirmish over here regarding these middle skulls, and it looks like a Nubarak getting extremely low. Biceps gonna chase him down, blink for the free kill, and awesome. Now it looks like the green team, or the blue team rather, excuse me, are going to get zoned out here with a nice little vision ward coming out from the Brightwing, I assume, Switchblade. So very underused and underutilized talent, especially in Hero League matches. Now in tournament play, that's definitely something that we see more often, especially, well, also at the higher level of Hero League play, but down in the ladder, you don't really see that too much. So we do have both teams. Oh, blue team getting pushed out. Now the red team just soaking up as many skulls as they could possibly land, forcing the game Illidan, the sole blue team player in this mines, except for now Tassadar, who is the new player who has entered the mines, to retreat peacefully. So they are going to take down these skulls as much as possible and get as many as they can before leaving the mines. It looks like both teams are kind of avoiding the giant skull golem at this moment in time. They are kind of waiting for that big engagement coming out from either side. It looks like Illidan might get pinched here. He's going to get taken on by not only the Zeratul, but also the Kalthas at the same time. He is going to get dived on, but he's going to be able to retreat thanks to his E spell, which will give him a nice little shield to survive. And it looks like the blue team is going to chase the red team out of the mines. iDream surviving with barely any HP, and Sylvanas is going to get taken out once again. 3 deaths early on to start this game, and not looking good for the blue teams. They do have 3 members of their team currently down, and the red team going to be able to deal a lot of damage to this big golem before the blue team even respawns. So right now, the red team going to be able to deny blue team from even entering the mines, as the rest of their team actually getting the skull golem, withering its HP down too little to nothing. Zeratul up at the top, roaming. He's getting ready to push out this lane in preparation for the big golem push. 81 skulls coming out here from the red team. Going to be able to push down this lane very easily and very effectively. It looks like blue team's looking to capture a bruiser camp to be able to equalize the game and balance it out and not make this a one-sided stomp that it could be if they aren't able to get these camp right here. So looks like Zeratul knows what's up. He's heading down here just to scout out the area. Will he be able to contest this? No, he's just going to let it go, and his team's going to be forced to defend it. So looks like both teams kind of have a reset, a second to breathe here as they do get their respective siege camps, and they're going to use that to help defend the opponent's skull golem. So what you want to do is actually wait for the right time, as you see Silal do over here. He doesn't capture the siege camp immediately. He captures it just in time for it to defend the enemy's skull golem. So as each team are going to assist their skull golem in pushing down the lane, and potentially the red team over here a huge advantage and can really secure the early lead that they have established for themselves from obtaining this giant skull golem with a ton of HP, with an 81 skull golem. So they're going to opt to send their entire team here, and the blue team is going to be forced to send their entire team here, all their resources that they possibly have, just to defend this keep up at the top. But even with all their resources up at the top, their HP is going to get whittled down. They are going to get engaged on the Illidan, actually engaging on the Tyrael, who is going to survive with a nice shield, and he's going to escape. However, Illidan getting extremely aggressive and going to get stunned by the golem, and it looks like Tyrael is going to pay the price. However, the entire blue team getting extremely low, and the Illidan passive going to take out multiple heroes at the same time. Now they're going to be able to push down this with little to no competition. Sylvanas, the only member on the blue team alive, except for the Uther Ghost, who's going to get evaporated at this moment in time. So Sylvanas is going to be forced to retreat, as there is a Zeratul in the area, and with the enemy Zeratul, it's always important to be aware of your map and your surroundings. Never know when he's going to come out of the shadows for a quick gank. So their golem's still going with almost 25% HP, but finally gonna get taken out, get those last few auto attacks in on those towers, and those last few spells in on those towers from the long range of the but it looks like the blue team is going to initiate, and they're just going to disengage almost immediately. Looks like game is looking to get aggressive here, as Tassadar is following up right behind him. However, they are at a level 10 deficit, so this could go very, very poorly for them if they do decide to hard engage. So it looks like their team is just looking to poke here, but Tyrael has a different idea for this. Tyrael actually is trying to engage, but it looks like his team's not going to follow up. So they're instead going to retreat to their respective bottom lane, and Tyrael going to follow the game down out of the lane, force him out. He's going to say, no, this is my zone. You can't sit in here. So over here we do have Kel'Thas getting a nice stun out on Sylvanas. Going to follow up with the flamethrower, but not too much after that. So he's actually a pretty exposed position right here, as Uther could potentially stun him, and the Illidan follow-up could deal massive amounts of damage. However, the perfect Illidan counter coming at just the right time. The Brightwing Polymorph to prevent him from healing, generating any auto attack, cooldown reset, or just anything really. So with that, the Illidan somehow still being able to survive, but the Uther getting taken out. The Polymorph once again coming out on the Illidan. Their red team is going to be able to clean up. So good job over there. Tassadar sitting at the top by himself, going to just do the best he can to defend, while this keep is definitely going to go down from the blue team. Most likely going to go down from the blue team, as we do have Zagara, who can push a potential a huge amount of pushing power, of course, with Kel'Thas as well. A lot of damage in total. So blue team still hasn't even hit level 10, and we almost have a level 12 coming out from the red team, who is going to disengage. Nice blink heal coming out from the Brightwing, and the nice maul coming out from the Zagara. However, it looks like the entire team is going to follow up, and the Tassadar is going to be the only remaining player, except for the Illidan, who is getting extremely low, somehow being able to survive with the help of the Uther heals, but once again is also going to get taken out. Still not level 10. So the red team is going to go in here with not only the entire enemy team dead, they're also going to have the advantage in the skulls of having the level 10 advantage still. Now it looks like blue team is about to pick up that level 10, but such a huge lead that they set up for themselves early on is really going to allow them to continue on this path of victory in this nice little snowball they have going on here. So Zagara going to head into the mines by himself almost immediately, as it looks like there are 2 members on the blue team are lagging behind. So Zagara going to immediately start these skull and going to start taking them out. And we do have a skirmish going on at the bottom. Zeratul waiting in the bush to prevent anybody from entering the mines who wishes to. And he's going to instead opt to retreat instead of hard engaging here. And he's looking in the area, potentially looking to get yet another kill, and he does spot a Tassadar who can really grant the other team vision, and he is spotted, gonna escape into the mines. Nice escape on his part, nice blink, and now he did meet up with the rest of his team, and they are potentially looking for an ambush here. The Kelta is gonna miss the stun. I Dream not able to hit that. However, he's gonna follow the entire enemy team out of the mines with a nice flat fireball coming out and dealing a ton of damage. However, the nice invulnerable, perfect timing coming out from Uther to protect that Illidan and prevent any further damage coming out. The huge Illidan metamorphosis coming out, dealing a ton of damage, going to be able to clean up that Tyrael, who's then going to clean up the Sylvanas. What a turn of events. This is absolutely insane. The Zeratul dueling the Anubarak and the Uther at the same time. He's going to be forced to retreat, while Zagara over here dealing auto attack damage wherever he can. A nice maul coming out, and the nice polymorph on the Anubarak is going to allow their team to clean up shop here over here, as they are able to take out this Uther and potentially this Anubarak as well, with the amazing Void Prison coming out from Biceps. And will the red team be able to follow up? Looks like they barely missed the damage required to be able to take out that Anubarak. So now Sylvanas is up and red team is forced to retreat. So this is kind of dangerous for them because there's still quite a few skulls in the golem. So Sylvanas is going to look to push this lane out as absolute hard as possible, as she does, as the entire red team is low, and they're going to have a hard time defending if they do decide to duel right now. So Brightwing, the Lone Warrior, the Lone Warrior support Fairy Dragon, is going to head into the mines, try to scope out the area, get some vision if possible, and get some remaining skulls to assist his team. As keep in mind, he can teleport back to his team at any moment, so he's definitely a good option for this. Kelta is going to defend this. He's going to get initiated on by both the Anubarak and the Illidan at the same time. Brightwing coming in just in time to protect that Keltas. However, it's not going to be enough to shield him from any deadly damage. He's going to try his best to escape. Zeratul sneaking in. The nice wailing arrow coming out on the Brightwing, which is going to make him taken out. And once again, this Sylvana is either getting extremely low or dead every single match or every single fight. And Zeratul hanging out in the area every single time, looking to pick off that Sylvanas. Once she blows her single escape, once she blows her Banshee, she is not going to have any other option for escape. Of course, her silence wailing arrow, which is on a very, very long cooldown, so not a very reliable escape. But Tassadar going to get initiated on from Biceps. Biceps just being extremely aggressive and annoying to the enemy team, not allowing them to go where they want to go, not allowing them to do what they want to do, which is really has been a super key factor in this game. You see here, he's been harassing this synergy playing Sylvanas all game. Like I said, she doesn't really have a chance to defend once she already blows her single escape. Nice shield coming out from Tassadar, going to be just enough for her to survive. So it looks like we do have a skirmish here in the mines. It is a 3v3. However, one of the red team is web weaved, and it looks like the Keltas coming in to potentially clean up shop, and a nice pick off on Sylvanas once again, getting taken out. This Sylvanas having a rough day, and Kelta is going to follow up on this Anubarak. Is going to chase him down to the best visibility with a nice big range. A flamethrower going to deal some damage and harass him, prevent him from going back. They're going to follow him out, and the Uther still in the mines could get trapped by the enemies, but it looks like Tyrael is sitting right outside waiting just in time, but he doesn't have enough mana to follow up on that enemy. So red team here looking for a quick gank on the Anubarak, who's leaving the mines with the Tyrael right here, who just opts to retreat instead of chasing him down due to his lack of mana. So once again, red team with a huge skull golem going to be able to push this down extremely well, and another big fireball coming out from the Kalthas, the invulnerable from Uther, completely negating that damage. So that is a good strategy. You can see how that could be a good counter to Kalthas. Not only can Uther be up in Kalthas' face and with the stuns and all that, he can also make his teammates invulnerable if he decides to go Pyroblast and deal damage that way. So looks like red team's gonna try their best to push down this fort rather, as much as absolutely possible, as they do have a huge lead, a huge skull golem with still a ton of HP left. 93 skull golem at 15 minutes into the game, 14 minutes into the game. That is not something to joke about. That is a ton of HP, and it looks like Illidan going to be able to take out 2 of the enemies. And is he going to be able to survive the Tyrael? He's going to use his metamorphosis as an escape rather than an initiation, which is often what we see used as a Nubarak, diving in here, burrow charging, trying everything he has to take out this stealthed Zeratul, and instead they're just going to opt to defend this last remaining tower on this side of the map and keep it up with everything they got. Nubarak getting initiated on from Biceps. Once again, you're going to be able to escape this Biceps. So sneaky on that Zeratul. Amazing Zeratul play all game, just getting in, doing his thing, and then getting out. That's really what you want to do as Zeratul, being that he doesn't have much survivability at all, but he's really utilizing that blink to the best of its ability. So Kalthas over here potentially looking to capture some camps, or potentially just looking to push a little bit for that extra map control so that his team can follow up with some camps, or get some map advantage when they enter the mines if they decide to go for another set of skulls. Now keep in mind, the blue team's backs are absolutely against the wall for a couple of reasons. Of course, they are so far behind in structures. Well, not ridiculous, but they are quite a bit behind in structures that if they even try to all go in the mines, red team could absolutely just rush down their core. And it looks like a fight is breaking out here. The nice invulnerable coming out from Tyrael to save the Zeratul, who's going to be able to escape with barely any, or half HP rather, and he's not going to be able to deal any damage in that time, and he's looking to initiate, but once again, looks like the green team is actually zoning out the Zeratul, which is something we haven't seen all game. So this is quite new here, and it looks like the blue team is catching on to strategy, going to be able to pick off that Brightwing, and they are going to be able to do this bruiser camp with a 5-to-3 player advantage. So they're going to be able to take this out super easily, super efficiently, and with little to no contest. So the red team right now just scoping out the area, looking to see what advantage they can pick up before they enter the mines. Whether it's a free gank here from this Biceps, he's really just looking for any sort of advantage he can get to assist his team when they do enter the mines. It looks like they are actually opting to go for a big push here instead of entering the mines, where blue team is entering the mines, and this could be dangerous. This could be lethal, in fact, as the red team could go all in and go for the core right now, and the blue team will have no choice but to retreat. But keep in mind, they're going to have to hearth back, as they are, and only Sylvanas right now is hearthing back, so it's going to take her quite a while to get here, as the Brightwing is just going to be able to teleport. So it looks like they're going to go for the core, and now they're going to be able to retreat as the Archon comes out from the Tassadar, and he's going to try to push the enemies out of the lane. The nice web blast coming out from Nubarak, going to keep that Zagara out in place, not going to be able to deal damage for that remaining time. However, it looks like Kalthas, I was going to say Kalthas out of position, but he was able to escape just fine. Now the red team, now that they're all grouped up, which is something they haven't been doing in a while, they're going to retreat and kind of head back to lane, and these huge promote catapult minions are just absolutely huge, both physically and in terms of damage and stuff. But they're gonna head to the mines and take as many skulls as they can. However, all this time Illidan has been clearing some camps himself. That is one of the benefits of Illidan. He can sustain himself through those skull camps and really be able to take those out all on his own. So he has amassed 62 golems. However, 62 golems will be useless if the red team is able to take out the core right here. A useless maul coming out, completely whiffing, and the Tyrael initiating out on the Sylvanas is going to get taken out. It looks like a fight is going to break out here as a Nubarak, and the blue team is going to be forced to defend, as this is do or die. Potentially they can just focus down the core with the the huge range from Zagara, plus the huge amount of siege damage that is very, very possible from their team with not only Zagara but also Kel'Thas, two great siege damage dealers if left uncontested. Nubrak going to initiate on Zagara, who has no escape, and she is going to be able to retreat absolutely no problem. Once again, these promote minions, you can see, with 100% uptime, dealing a ton of damage overall, and finally that promote going away. Zeratul going to initiate out on the Illidan, who is going to get hit by a huge flamethrower. It's going to deal a ton of damage and really force him to retreat. Once again, another Archon blown by this Task Star, going to be forced in a defensive manner rather than an offensive manner, and Zeratul initiating once again, popping in, saying hello to his buddy, and then popping back out. Now, at this rate, the red team is going to hit level 20 first. They're going to win that level 20 trade, and this will definitely allow them the advantage if the blue team decides to go all in their defense and try to prevent them from going. So they're going to try to initiate this team fight here, as this is the best opportunity they have. If this game goes on much longer, the red team will hit level 20 and the blue team will not be able to compete. So the Illidan going in on that Brightwing, he's going to just poke in, poke out, dive in, dive out. Not too much going on there. So he's going to dive in on the Ethereal. He's going to be forced out immediately by this Zagara, dealing a lot of pressure out on him. And they're just doing everything they have to defend this. However, like I said earlier, they are going to lose this race to 20. And Nubrak initiating the big metamorphosis, and the Welling Arrow coming in at the exact same time for the final push. Going to be able to get Ethereal very low, but not finish him off. Looks like everybody's currently alive. Even Kel'Thas survived the initial push. Ethereal finally taken out, is going to do his exploded thing as the Web Blast coming out on Zagara. Kel'Thas finally taken out. Once again, yet another burrow charge coming out from Nubrak. Huge burrow charges here, taking out the enemy team, really allowing them that comeback they need. And oh my goodness, the huge plays coming out from a blue team here. Wow, that was absolutely incredible. That was the last window of opportunity they had to fight the enemy team before they hit level 20. Now, in fact, they're the ones to hit level 20 first. A nice stun on Brightwing. Could Nubrak follow up with yet another great burrow charge? He's not going to do that. Instead, they're going to opt to head into the mines, potentially get a huge skull golem here and take back the lead that they once wanted. Now, Zeratul in the mines being very, very sneaky. We have to be quiet. Biceps over here. He knows what's going on. He knows what's going on. Once again, might be looking to take out this Sylvanas very quickly, sneakily, and head in and out. He is taking a couple golems here, being a little bit cheeky, as some of my UK friends might say, but he looks like he might actually attempt to initiate, and he is going to initiate out on the Illidan, who's going to deal a ton of damage to him. He's going to blink out, but they're going to be able to chase him down. Nice reverse blink, I suppose you could say, and the oh man, Zeratul is going to pay the ultimate price. And now with an 85 skull golem, could this be the throw that the blue team needed the opportunity of to be able to take back the lead? Another burrow charge out on the Brightwing, gonna get taken out with a nice initiation from the Uther stun, and now red team looking in a desperate attempt to take any sort of lead in the form of merc camps that they possibly can. However, blue team extremely outnumbering them and really looking to push this lead with an 85 golem, are going to initiate with the Wailing Arrow out on Kel'Thas, is going to be able to take him out almost immediately. And now it looks like we are going to see a base race. Now the red team does have the core exposed, whereas the blue team has the bigger golem and the much bigger resources, the many more resources over here, so they have the overall more damage. But keep in mind, red team set themselves up all game to already expose this core, and they're going to get this down so low with those promote catapult minions, going to be able to take it out almost immediately, whereas the blue team not even going to be able to take out that core. It looks like the nice stunning the entire blue team, going to get this core extremely low, and good game. Wow, what an amazing game for both teams. That was I'm just woo. That was impressive, because a couple more seconds and that blue team, or the red team rather, could have potentially had the comeback that they absolutely were looking for all game, because that really is exactly the turn tides that they need. That was a high intense game. That was intense. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, please leave a like, rate, and don't forget to subscribe for some more Heroes of the Stormcast. And with that said, thanks for watching. Peace.